Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube. This pack, what do we got here? Mox Diamond is always a good start. It keeps you open. Grist is cool. That's the best I can say about Grist. It's really cool. It's just a card you want. People got so mad in one of my recent videos when I first picked a Goblin Guide. I mean, the thing is, really, I think people need to understand you have so many picks at your disposal in a Vintage Cube draft. Like, you end up cutting so many playables that, like, you could auto pick the first like 5 picks and still end up with a playable deck. So like, and also you don't always, there's more than one reason to draft Vintage Cube, right? If you're drafting to maximize win rate, you like first pick Mother of Runes every time or whatever. Like Mono White's probably just the best deck in the cube. People draft for other reasons, right? Like for fun, for content, for entertainment. So basically I just take whatever I want and I draft what I enjoy. Right now that's going to be Mox Diamond. I like staying open. I love Dark Confidant. Mox Diamond into Dark Confidant turn 1 is like my favorite thing ever. I'm just gonna take it. I love the feeling of it. I love the combo. Turn 1 Sylvan Library is also pretty good. We could try out the Arena Rector situation. They added like this weird sacrifice theme to the cube. This is the Grixis one, right? Yeah. They added like this weird sacrifice theme to the cube. But the problem with Arena Rector is I don't even know if Nicol Bolas is in here. Like all the good expensive planeswalkers aren't in here. And this card costs as much as just Gideon, right? Like you could play this card, combo it, like play it, sacrifice it, do your thing, and then you get this Gideon into play and you're like, wow, I'm doing a good thing. But you could just play a Gideon for 4 mana. So I don't understand this. I think Ugin is one that's in the cube that could be worthwhile. There's a couple other ones that are like good there. I could go Remand. Blue-black is an archetype that I don't often get into, and seems kind of fun. Deathrite Shaman is just very good. Pest Infestation is also like absurd. It was better in the Powered Synergy cube, I think, but it's still just so good. So I could definitely see taking that, but I think I'm gonna take the Shaman. I don't often get to draft Dark Confidant Deathrite Shaman nonsense. Let's do that. Here, Darkslick Shores, Adeline, there's the Mayhem Devil. I'm very confused about this one. I don't quite know why this is in here, but I did die to it in a game, so you know, I'm not really one to judge, I suppose. I could take Landwerelves too and just go like fully Sultai or Golgari Signum, I guess. I think I'm gonna take the Shores though. Stay open, play it safe, blah blah blah. Watery Grave, Vraska. I do love Vraska. Vampire Hexmage, Emry, some green cards. I'll take the Grave. Okay, Braids, Vendilion Click. This is the decision point. And I think the decision's pretty easy. Vendilion Click is just better. I love Braids. She's good if you can accelerate her out. If I had like a Soul Ring or a Mana Crypt, probably take Braids here. Or if I could wheel her, maybe. But Vendilion Click is just a strong card. The Triome. That's the Sultai Triome. I mean, with this, my fixing is quite good. Assuming these colors are open. And I like having good fixing. There's Grist. Wow. What is it? Okay. Clearly nobody wants to win. Mother of Runes is just like, you play it, turn 1, and you win. Card's ridiculous. I'm gonna take Grist, though. Arbor Elf could also be actually pretty sweet in a deck like this. I guess it's only good with the Triome, but I want to draft Sultai whatever, because I feel like Sultai is an archetype or color combination that I don't often end up in, and we definitely have the fixing for it right now. They added Tishar? That's interesting. Kind of cool. I'll take the Waterlogged Grove. Here, some predictable things, Wheel. Karn's interesting. Chain of Vapor seems pretty bad. I wish it was Repeal. I would like Windmill Slam Repeal here, but the fact that it's not card advantage is pretty rough. Or card neutral, and Karn, we could just play dirtily Planeswalkers, I guess. Is something that maybe could work. I almost wonder if just like straight up unsummon would be better than Chain of Vapor. Someone played Temporary Lockdown against me and it was good, but I guess I could take Tooth and Nail if we do end up going like bigger into green. This is a good card. Okay, there's Garrick. I mean, green's open. I'm not playing any of those cards. I do love the art on Enlightened Tutor. I think that thing's really cool. White is also open. Could take Elspeth. And here, okay. 5-color Planeswalkers is looking more interesting now. There's Duretti. I mean, sure, let's do that. I love planeswalkers. 5-color planeswalkers is a very fun archetype. And I have the beginnings of the fixing for it. I was all in on Sultai, but then green, or then white and red were like so open. I'm less excited about Elspeth in this archetype, mostly because the planeswalkers that make creatures tend to be just a little bit worse when you're playing all planeswalkers, because they could just kill the creatures. The planeswalkers that directly impact the board, like my killing stuff, ramping you, drawing cards, I think tend to be better, just because they have like immediate impact and they work more synergistically. Whereas like, if your board is all planeswalkers and you make a random 1/1, it's fine, but I think it's a lot better to like kill something. I said it all before, but basically that. Sacred Foundry gives me kind of the colors that I would want. Cryptic Command is really good. Skull Clamp is sweet. I love Lion Sash. This gives me blue-white. I mean, Sacred Foundry makes Nahiri and Duretti a lot easier. Can I fit Cryptic Command into this deck? Probably not. I have so many other cards. Grim Monolith is also interesting. If you play it turn 2, I will have 6 mana on turn 3, so I can play like Garruk into a Planeswalker, or like Nahiri hold up Remand, although that's really hard on the mana. I think I'm just gonna take Sacred Foundry. Scalding Tarn, I mean, this is an Omnath deck for sure. I really want Scalding Tarn, but if ever there was a deck that could do this, it would be this one. Sulphur Springs, Raffine's Tower, so that's the Esper Triome thing. That's interesting. Mizzium Mortars can help keep me alive, because I guess Black-White is interesting. Hornet Queen, whatever. Probably not doing any of the rest of these. And my Triomes right now, this doesn't actually add too much over the other Triome that I have. So I think I'm going to take the Mortars, because this is actually a pretty valuable card to have. It's a board wipe. It does things... Oh! Dreamhall's Glorybringer. I think this is probably the Triome that I need. This one adds a lot of different colors to the Triomes I already had. Badlands is also tempting, though. Black-Red. So I have Duretti that's black-red, and not that many other black cards. I'll take the Triome. I want to wheel a playable card from that pack, though. Saheeli, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make a servo. Or Azorius Signet can help me ramp into Planeswalkers. White Plume Adventure is also just absurd. Like, take the initiative is like one sentence that basically says, for the rest of the game, there's like this sub-game of who can attack their opponent, and if they don't, you like draw a card, you get a land, it gets +1/+1 counters, you do 5 damage to them, and then you like show and tell something from your deck. It's really insane. Signet seems pretty good here. Okay, Big Karn, Ketria Triome. I could just be playing Triome Tribal here, Ralgren Triome too. They're all blue based, right? Zagoth. There's also just Incinerate if I want to stay alive. I mean, Big Karn's cool, he's very expensive. Let me think about this. Because this... So right now I have black, green, blue. And then this is black, red, white. Blue, red, white, or... Yeah, I think I'm going to take this Triome. Okay, Seal from Existence just kills stuff. Venser. I'll take this Copperline Gorge, I suppose. A lot of fixing, but now I feel like my colors are a little bit secured. This is a pretty bad Tezzeret deck, actually, oddly enough. Very bad Birthing Pod deck. Winter Orb Planeswalkers is funny, I guess. Elish Norn is like a fine top end, though. Dillion Click, Karn, 7 mana. I can't just take 4 mana Tezzeret and just play all Planeswalkers. Let's do that. Because I'm going to take some Signets here too. I'll take like a Lion Sash as well. The card is very good. Everflowing Chalice can help me ramp into my Planeswalkers. Yeah, I'm happy about the Tezzeret pick. Take this. Maybe? Dream Halls. Okay. This kills everything, right? Even Planeswalkers? I mean, I'm a sucker for Dream Halls. I don't know. Probably won't end up playing it, but with a deck with this many like multicolored Planeswalker type cards, there could be a world where I end up playing it. I think it's a pet card of mine. I think most people value it significantly lower than I do. I'm not saying it's like great or anything, but I am saying it's fun. Okay, probably got to take swords. I only have one other 1-mana spell, and it's a Deathrite Shaman in a deck with no fetch lands. So let's take a removal spell here. A Braid's good. The rest is good against us. Is it Signet would be helpful, but let's make sure we survive. Ooh, Chandra. Oh, wait, this is going to be a good Niv Mizzet deck. Okay. That's interesting. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, 5 different color combinations. I like that. I'm thinking about taking Signet or Bayou, though. A fetch land would go a long way here. I don't think I could pass up on Niv. If someone else has the same idea, yeah. Now that I took Niv, I can take a fetch. Let's see. Misty versus Wooded Hills. I guess Misty is just better. It gets, I think, all of them? Yeah, Misty is... Oh, no, it doesn't get the Savai Triumph. So it gets almost all of my colors. Narset would be good. Elspeth's good finisher, but... Again, you gotta make some concessions when you're drafting nonsense. Boros Signet, Winds of Abandon is really nice in a deck like this. Godless Shrine. Black-white early is kind of important. I genuinely don't know where my color situation stands. Miscalculation is also good. Bonecrusher Giant may be the pick, though. Let me think about this. I have a lot of blue, right? Most of my triumphs have blue of some sorts. Waterlord Grove, so maybe I do just take Miscalc, even though it's not the best card for the deck. There's Gideon. Renin Remember, whatever this thing is. Your land's tap for any color. You can put permanent cards into your hand, and your lands become 3/3s with a Vigilance, Hexproof, and Haste. That's interesting. Gideon being double white is kind of an issue, mostly is the problem with that one. Ren and Realmbreaker. She can get back permanents, which just lets me play more Planeswalkers, and she's perfect mana, but I have to have green mana to play her. Let's take the Gideon. Or wait, do I have a Simic card? No, okay, I'm gonna take Uro. Specifically because it helps with Niv Mizzet, I guess. Consider Bloodchief's Thirst. I think cheap removal is just so good. Yep, take that. Wall of Roots can help us stay alive. It's also a turn 2 play that ramps into other stuff. Molly D is good. The Battle Sphere is good top end. Do I have card draw? I don't have a lot of card draw. I'll take a Muldrifter. There's the High Tide. I've been playing so many games. Just never was able to find High Tide when I was drafting like the Blue Storm decks. Displacer Kitten's ridiculous, by the way. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile a non-land permanent you control, then return that card to the battlefield. So if I play a spell, I can blink my Planeswalker and then re-trigger it. That's interesting. I don't think I need Inspiring Vantage. I don't have that much red or white, so I can get that off the Triomes. I think I'm going to take this Daredevil. It's a pretty good card in some matchups. Walking Ballista is good. I think Shark Typhoon, also very good. And then a Braid or Dreadbore can keep me alive. I do have a lot of black fixing, right? That's black, not black. So I could maybe take Dreadbore instead of a Braid, because opposing Planeswalkers could pose an issue for me. Let's do that. It also gives me another Rakdos hit for Niv Mizzet potentially, which is kind of awesome. And now Chandra's looking good, right? I have Swords, Bloodchief's Thirst, Mizium Mortars. Okay, she's looking fine. Not incredible, but still taking her. And then Regrowth or Thragtusk. This feels like a Thragtusk kind of day. Maelstrom Pulse is another Golgari card. Chandra is 3 or less. I think I would take Winds of Abandon. It's the board wipe we've all needed. No, I have Mizium Mortars. I'm gonna take Godless Shrine, make my mana a little bit better. Okay, Ren and Realmbreaker came around. Okay. This deck is definitely something. Recruiter. I don't know if I'm playing Ren and Realmbreaker, but she seems fun. And like she is a Planeswalker, so that kind of fits the criteria. Nobody wanted to go into white this game. Okay, Usher the Fallen goes away. Lands go here. 26. So I need to make some cuts. Chalice goes in the 2s. What are we cutting? Vendilion Click, maybe because it's double blue. Like having nothing that's double mana would be really helpful for my curve. I could cut Vendilion Click and Ren and Realmbreaker. Let's see how much green sources I have naturally. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not enough for double green, I don't think. So we cut Ren, and then I run 16 land. Drifter goes here, I guess. 16 land with Signet and Chalice is interesting. Although I do like having an extra land alongside Mox Diamond. Because my deck really starts at like 3 and 4 mana. Could cut Tezzeret, but Tezzeret's awesome. So we can't cut Tezzeret. What are we cutting? I guess this Lion Sash is really only good if you have a lot of white mana. So I can cut that. That makes our Tezzeret pretty awkward, right? Look at the top 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts to go with Tezzeret. Okay. Sorry, Tezzeret. You were cool and all, but looks like Ren and Realmbreaker took your spot. 3, 1, 1, 1. Okay. This mana is gonna take a while. I'm just gonna come back when it's done. Alright, so I set up the mana. It's definitely perfect, and I snuck Tezzeret back in because he's a Planeswalker, and that is the stipulation. So we'll just have Tezzeret, and we can turn Hangerback Walker into a 5/5. See you all round 1. Alright, we're playing against Boar 2017. We're gonna go first. Oh boy. Definitely mulliganing this one. Okay, this hand works. It's got Dark Confidant, Tezzeret, Everflowing Chalice. And the ability to cast them, I go turn 1 Savai Triome, and then I can either go turn 2 Mountain Chalice into Tezzeret, or I could just play Dark Confidant quickly. I think a lot of it depends on what color they're playing. If they show red, then they probably have a way to kill Dark Confidant. I need to get rid of something. So right now this gives me this. I could bottom the Zagoth Triome because I have the rest of my colors, but having 4 lands is pretty good. I think I'm not going to ramp out Tezzeret. I'm going to bottom the Chalice. And I'm just going to play into Dark Confidant on turn 2. Good luck, have fun, big fan. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. So now these both add black, but this gives me access to all of my colors on turn 2. Literally had the last video up next to me as I drafted. Okay, they have a Soul Ring. That's not fair. Why don't I get power? Ren and Realmbreaker, you say. So this doesn't add green, so we're gonna play this in Dark Confidant. I'm taking damage here, but if I find a green source, then I have the possibility of playing Ren and Realmbreaker next turn, because Ren on mine enters tapped. So as it turns out, I played the wrong tap land on my first turn. Rotting Regisaur, okay. That's a little scary. But they're going down in cards and I'm going up in cards, so I guess that's something. Daretti Darkslick Shores. Yeah, let's play a Daretti. Do this. Red, take damage, black. Daretti. And honestly, I may have to just end up chumping with Dark Confidant here. Just so that I have the ability to kill the Soul Ring or the Regisaur with Daretti's ability. Hopefully they don't like reanimate Atraxa here. Oh, okay. Hornet Queen is beatable, but particularly good against Planeswalkers. What do I do? I don't... They're attacking Daretti. I guess I'm gonna block with the This is hard. If I block with Dark Confidant, then I can sack the Construct to Daretti to kill something, which would be pretty good. I could also Tezzeret to turn Construct into a 5/5, which oddly enough isn't even big enough to block this. I think I'm going to block here. I already drew my card. I don't want to get too greedy. Okay, they pass with mana up. So they're almost certainly in Reanimator. I can play Tezzeret this turn. Part of me really just wants to kill the Soul Ring, but then I have nothing to block Reggie. So I guess we kill Reggie. Then I'm just gonna play Tezzeret here. Blue, black, that. Just all the Planeswalkers. This one I don't care if they counter it. It's probably the worst card in my deck, but we're here for it. Can I get a Mox Diamond? Nothing. Oh, those were pretty bad hits anyway. But by doing this, I did set myself up so that I don't have any plays next turn. Makeshift mannequin on Hornet Queen. Okay, that's a problem. Does this have Death Touch? Yeah, they all have Death Touch. So I basically need Mizium Mortars. It is worth noting if they leave Deretti alive, I can downtick him. No, wait. I don't know if I can target with Deretti and then say no to his ability. I think you can. I think I can -1 target Hornet Queen to kill it. Okay, so they're killing Deretti and they're gonna leave me with Tezz. So what is happening? I'll just see what the damage is. I have no effects here, so. Okay, Deretti down and Tezzret's at 1. No, that's so good! Okay, we're in trouble. They take Niv. Their deck is sweet. Mizium Mortars is looking pretty nice right about now. I would need a 3rd red mana to make it work. Interesting. They take Ren. And they exile my graveyard. Yeah, their deck is very good. I mean, I have no plays next turn, and this is going to flip, and they have so much power in play. I think decks like this really need a board wipe, probably, or some of the broken planeswalkers. Like, we don't have the Okos or Minsk and Boos of the world. And I can't Niv Miz it, unfortunately. Let's uptick Tezz. There's a Mox Diamond. I think with Mox Diamond I can do it. Mox Diamond was actually really good. Play Mox Diamond. Discard this Triome. Play this guy. So, white, blue, black, red, green. We get Deathrite Shaman Grist. Oh, whoops. I guess I just had no choice there. Okay, well, I have Niv in play. I'm at 13. I can block some of their stuff if they don't have removal for him. I meant to take Grist. I don't... The interface is a bit confusing. Obviously, I did not want Deathrite Shaman on this board. And Mizium Mortars was not revealed, so... Oh, no, it was. Okay, so it's on the bottom of the deck. Jeez, they have a lot of Mesmeric Fiend stuff. They probably just attack with the insects, which is kind of a problem. And Una's Prowler. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they just attack with the insects, I die to then the following Graveyard Trespasser attack. So if they just attack with insects, I kind of have to block. Unless they kill Tezz. Tezzeret, me. So Tezzeret's dying. This is holding off the Graveyard Trespasser, but I think I just need to preserve my life total as well. But the problem is this is preventing so much damage next turn too. I don't know. I think I'm just going to block here. And Mizium Mortars. We're digging to that. Sack this to draw a card. Uro's pretty good, actually. Blue, green, red. Gain 3 life, draw a card, put a thing into my hand. Sure, do that. Sacrifice it unless it escaped. Play Deathrite Shaman, and then I can escape Uro next turn. Not looking great, but it's also not the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't have double green, I guess, to escape Uro, huh? So, can't do that. Right, I'm taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. I'll go to 1. And they just eat Uro from the graveyard anyway. Yeah, so I can't even escape him. Okay, so that happens. I think I have to discard this Signet to keep my life total as high as possible. And no blocks. So I need them to have no follow-up play, which they do have a follow-up play. Soul Ring is a messed up Magic card. Oh, that's a pretty good follow-up play. Now Mizium Mortars doesn't even work. Cycle? Karn. Alright. Game 2. So, mono black aggro? Thragtusk feels pretty solid against them. And I'm less excited about Dreadbore, probably. Dreadbore kills Grave Titan, and they had some other reanimation stuff, so maybe that stays in, and I side out the Ren. I think that makes sense. Alright, let's go first. Hopefully no Soul Ring from the opponent. So, green, black. I'm gonna keep this hand. This is a fast Karn, and they have a bunch of Mesmeric Fiend things or whatever. Wasteland would destroy me, so let's not let that happen here. Okay, just a tap land. We like that. Godless Shrine. Okay, so let's go. I can play Tezzeret for sure. Let's go Mountain, Everflowing Chalice, cast with multi-kicker. Kicked once. Last turn. Next turn, I can either Tezzeret or Karn, depending on what I'm feeling. Getting Karn in play and starting to downtick does seem like pretty useful. Oh, you can't do this again? What is this? Okay, Mesmeric Fiend playing around Daze. Pretty hard to beat Soul Ring. And they take Karn. Yeah, Karn's a lot better than Tezz in this deck for sure. Duretti would be fine. Signet's alright. I mean, we're just playing Tezzeret here. Uptick Tezz. Whiff. Sad. But it was all lands anyway. So we're getting to the action now. They have Rishadan Port? Oh, God. I'm never beating this deck. Soul Ring Rishadan Port is such a good combo. I know people like meme about this card when I take it, whatever, but like, you're gonna watch how good it is in this matchup. I just have to hope that Tezzeret making 5/5s is enough to win here. Okay, that's pretty good actually. What are we doing? Play a land, play a Signet, play a Hangerback Walker on 1, and then make Chalice into a 5/5? Then attack them for 5. I mean, Tezzeret amasses an army very quickly. It is funny that we drew an artifact the turn before and after we upticked Tezzeret. Not the turn we upticked him, but we are still gonna have so much power in play, I don't know if it matters. Interesting, they're doing nothing. I mean, they're Rishadan Port, I guess. I'm very curious what's in their hand. Rogrin Triumph. Island Mountain Plain. So I'd probably play that. Do I want to just make another creature and start attacking them? They probably don't have Damnation in their deck anymore. So yes, I think I do. Just start beating down. Attack you for 10. I'm so glad I have Tezzeret in the deck instead of Moldrifter or whatever. They swords one of them. Okay. They block there. Unfortunately, we cannot play the Karn this turn because they had Rishadan Port. Rishadan Port was so good here. Let's play this tapped. And I'll keep Hangerback Walker in case they have a hasty card. I don't know any cards in black that have haste, but who knows. Okay, they have to... Is this a May? Exile up to 1, okay. They don't have to eat their own stuff from their discard. It's kind of a gross sentence. You think about it. I'm really curious what's in their hand, though. It must just be a bunch of reanimation spells, maybe? Okay, they let that go through. Then on upkeep, they're gonna do something. Oh, upkeep, reanimate, Mesmeric Fiend, maybe? Or draw step? Oh, just that. Yeah, that makes sense. Remand. Okay. Let's uptick Tezzeret. Don't find anything. This deck is definitely something. At this point, I probably do want to start choosing the order. Tezzeret, let's attack for 5. Fatal Push kills that. Remand doesn't really help me, so yep. Okay, so they just had a bunch of weird removal. That makes sense. Play Corn. Mana Tithe? Okay, if they Mana Tithe me, that would be so upset. Let's just make a Karn Struct this turn. Although if I hit a land... Yeah, let's uptick Karn. I'd like to hit a land here so I can activate Hangerback Walker. I don't think I did. I don't actually know. They give me miscalc. Yeah, that's a bad one to know about. But we do have Nahiri as well. They attack me for 3. Interesting. Attacking me for 3. I'll take it. Here comes Grave Titan into that miscalc that I could have had up. Yep. Okay, well, Hangerback Walker is good against Grave Titan at least. And if I draw a green source, we're in business. Untapped. Okay, so let's go Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Garrick. I guess I'm just making a construct. Tezzeret is going to turn Hangerback Walker into a 7/7. I can make the construct into a 7/7 actually. Then I can block Grave Titan really easily. That's interesting. Yeah, because they want to kill Hangerback. Yeah, let's do this. Make this big. Then Garrick's going to make a 3/3, or I can hold up Remand and Miscalculation. I think making a 3/3 is better. Then I pass turn. Sadly, they know to play around Miscalc, which means they're kind of incidentally playing around Remand. All creatures get -X until end of turn. So they paid 5 life. The Remand is actually pretty good here, so I will do that. Because if they do that again, they're dead to Tezzeret. Yep, now they're just dead to Tezzeret, I think. This deck is awesome. Tezzeret has been so good, despite the fact my deck has very few artifacts. I'm gonna have a 7/7 like a 10/10 construct next turn. Because we're making another construct, but then Tezzeret's just gonna make a Thopter into a 5/5 and I have Miscalc available. Oh, I don't really want to show Dreadbore. Let's just make you into 5/5. And attack them? Okay. Mono black aggro. You know, I forgot they're playing reanimation stuff, so Lion Sash actually could be good here. Cards to cut. Thrag Tusk on the draw is a little slow. This hand is really looking for a Marked Diamond on turn 1. Turn 1 Marked Diamond to counter out all their early Soul Rings would be amazing. Or turn 2 even actually would be. Turn 2 Marked Diamond. No, that doesn't actually do anything. Just please not Soul Ring. Okay. Mountain. So I get to go tap land. No Mark's Diamond, unfortunately. Drawing one here would be good though now, because I have a thing to discard, so I can go like Chalice into Dark Confidant. Okay. This is a good hand against Mesmeric Fiend. Probably just gonna play Lion Sash if they don't do anything. This hand is like both good and bad with Tezzer, right? We have all my artifacts in hand, so like we don't have a thing to get with him. But then we have all of our artifacts in hand, so we have things to turn into 5/5s with him. Okay. Sacred Foundry. So go Forest into Hangerback Walker, I think. This means I can't play Planeswalker if I draw it next turn. But then I can go Signet. I'll have 4. I can go Signet, Chalice, level up Hangerback. So I guess I like that. They missed the land drop. That's what you want to see. We draw Watery Grave. Play this untapped. Everflowing Chalice cast with multi-kicker 1? Or just get Hangerback Walker big. Honestly, Hangerback Walker seems like kind of a problem for them, and I kind of have all the mana I need, so let's just play Dark Confidant, and then put a counter on the Walker. They probably have Fatal Push if they kept this hand. Oh, they have nothing and they missed a land drop? That's good. We like that. You know, it's kind of weird I haven't drawn any of my targeted removal braids. That seems really bad against me, but it is what it is. Beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. So I'm just going to grow this in response to the trigger, I suppose. I guess they can trade land for land. Seems pretty bad, though, if they're missing land drops. Okay, they choose not. Oh, I can just pay 2 life, right? Alright, Dark Confidant. Land is not what we wanted to see. Uro's pretty good, though. Go ahead and play the Uro. Put a mountain into play. Sacrifice it. Put a plains into play. Cast Chalice. Cast with multi-kicker 1. And now I can still activate Hangerback Walker here. We have a lot of land. That's for sure. I have blue. I'm very far from escaping Uro. Prowler gives them a discard outlet if they do have reanimation. And I'm just going to activate Hangerback Walker in response to this trigger. Because I'd much rather them Fatal Push my Walker instead of Dark Confidant. Okay, they don't do anything. Dark Confidant, show me the goods. Our deck is just full of action. Niv Mizzet. Karn's pretty good. Karn and land is not as good, but it is what it is. Karn make a Karnstruct seems okay, but I feel like Karn uptick is really where I want to be. So let's play Karn. Although I can just start amassing this giant army, but I don't really have a good place to attack. So let's just uptick Karn. They give me a Savai Triumph. These land draws have been particularly gross here. I still haven't seen a single target removal spell. The Triumph, I don't really care about. Let's go ahead and play Mountain, play Signet, and then pass turn, holding up Hangerback Walker. I totally have access to Mizzium Mortars now, so that makes Hornet Queen a lot less bad. They discard Emrakul. Okay. Very intrigued why they wanted to do that. Okay, they said oops. Maybe they thought they had 2 mana. Oh, Gristlebrand. Yep, that'll do it. Discard Gristlebrand, so they're going to reanimate. They know I have... that's so annoying. Okay, you got it. They know I have 2 counterspells that stop this, but it is what it is. Oh well. Sometimes you don't draw your targeted removal in the top half of your deck. I mean, we could still win this. We're losing Karn, which means we also lose Nahiri. But we have a Hangerback Walker, and as soon as we draw a removal spell, we can get access to Lion Sash. Yep, there's the Soul Ring. So Mizzium Mortars does not deal with Grave Titan. I don't think it does fort everything. They draw 7 more. They're at 13 life. I mean, that's something. They have a Mox Sapphire too? That's not even cool. Alright, can I just hit Niv Mizzet? I want to draw Niv Mizzet here. I hope they play like a Mesmeric Fiend as well. That would be pretty nice. They Bone Shards my Hangerback Walker. Okay, so they're probably just gonna do this. I guess they realize that's like their one way to lose this game. Because now they can just do that and then Toxic Deluge for 1. I mean, I could win on time. I don't like usually doing that, but like if they don't do something really scary next turn, and maybe I draw Remand or whatever to like stop their Hornet Queen stuff, they're playing very slowly. Basically, my thought is, it's not really ethical to just like intentionally time someone out, like, I don't know, making some repetitive actions or staggering your actions so they time out. But if your opponent's like 10 minutes behind you and the game's going long, you're not obligated to concede. Unless if they show me like a very clear avenue to victory, then obviously I would concede. And they cycle a Triumph. You got it. Oh, that's clever. So they get to sacrifice Gristlebrand. So he doesn't exile. Each opponent doesn't. They lose 2 life and you draw a card. I think I'm just going to lose 2 life. I think I need all my Thopters to win this. And they're going to discard cards to hand size anyway, so... see what you got. Temporary Zone, Graveyard Trespasser, Rotting Regisaur, Rishadan Port, Iona Braids. So they can Iona. I have Swords to Plowshares and Dreadbore. I have a lot of ways to beat Iona. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Alright, Mortars is pretty good. Actually, it's very good. Their MTGO crashed, they said. That would explain a lot. 1, 2... I need white mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can Mizzium Mortars their board. And then I will get Lion Sash and put it into play. That seems pretty good. The problem is they probably have Toxic Deluge. And I just played right into it. They fall to 7. Toxic Deluge, they just pay 1, right? And then it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I mean, if they have it, I guess. That was a bad play. I think I'm supposed to just wait a turn. But I don't know, if they reanimate Iona, then things get awkward. They fall to 5, Deluge for 2, and then reanimate. And my hand is just straight up nothing. Yeah, that was probably bad. If I just Mizzium Mortars to kill the Mesmeric Fiend, I would have mana to equip Lion Sash to something, and then I could keep it in play. Collective Brutality. So they get to eat the things. I'm going to exile Gristlebrand because the life gain is probably the scariest thing. Although they could just have the the thing that it just dies when it gets targeted. So I guess I'll hit Iona. Yeah, so now they do the thing. So now as soon as I can target Iona, it just dies. And they have to do this before they get to see my hand. They don't know I have nothing in hand, so... And the name Blue. Perfect. Okay, we have Dreadbore. Oh, they exhume? Okay. I'll take that. I guess I'm probably just gotta take Uro, right? I just need to draw into answers. Put this into play. They got Braids instead of Gristlebrand? Interesting. Braids, we will sacrifice a mountain. And then we're gonna draw into answers. Grist works. Dreadbore works. There's our stuff. Alright, let's Dreadbore your friend. I think they're actually just dead here, aren't they? Like Grist? Yeah, they're dead. Sacrifice a creature, Thopter, yes. Kill this. Attack them for 5. Alright, we didn't have to win on time. That's great. I'm very confused why they didn't put Gristlebrand into play. It wouldn't have mattered. GG's. I don't think it would have mattered because I actually drew my removal there, but... Crazy games, crazy games. See you all round 2. Okay, we're playing against Mike Lartita? Something like that? I'm gonna keep this hand. There's a lot of options for turn 1, actually, that we can have. It all depends on what we draw off the top. Copperline Gorge. So I think we're gonna go Gorge. Gorge Deathrite Shaman? Seems probably good. If the most susceptible to removal, then I get to go Mox Diamond Omnath. Sure. I could have gone turn 1 Mox Diamond Azorius Signet. Maybe that is a better play. But I think this has the most upside, because an active Deathrite Shaman's pretty good in a lot of, like, random situations, and it would have been, like, 3 turns before I get Deathrite Shaman active. Here they preordained. Show game log. 2 on the bottom. I like that. They don't do anything. Okay. So I get to go Watery Grave. I guess in this specific situation, they're basically the same. So like a Watery Grave untapped. Play Mox Diamond. Discarding a Forest. Cast Omnath. So this is blue, red, white. We need green. Green, red, blue, white. Play you. Pretty good turn 2. And so now the benefit of doing it this way is we have Deathrite Shaman in play, so I can start activating it right away if we hit nothing off of Omnath. If I had played the Azorius Signet, I don't have a Deathrite Shaman in play, and then I have to wait like a whole other turn if they, I don't know, if they set up for Yawgmoth's Will or something. I don't have the mana up. Okay, there's some kind of storm something, I guess. And I'm just gonna F6. I don't have anything here. Hopefully they don't have anything too scary. Nope, it's Reanimator. Okay. We can beat some things. Archon of Cruelty. I can beat that as much as it hurts. Oh, they shallow grave it? God. Okay, so I'm losing both of them, right? That doesn't really matter. And I discard a card. I guess at this point it's Azorius Signet. And then I'm going to discard Island. Lose him. This. That's pretty brutal. Okay. Don't have a lot of things to do here. Rotting Regisaur. I guess I'm just gonna Swords it, because there's a lot of cards that I might draw, but they're at 30 life now. Birdo's decent here. Because I think I can escape him, like, next turn. What? Let's see. I have green, green, blue, blue. 5 other cards, so I could escape Urdo next turn. Yeah, I'll put it into play. Play this tapped just to play it on discard. Urdo's coming out next turn. How many for 1 did my opponent get with that play? So they used 2 cards. They drew 2 cards, so that's 0. And they hit 4. They get to bribery me. Omnath Uro. I guess they can give Niv Mizzet. Their deck is playing everything I dislike about the Vintage Cube right now. Bribery, Reanimator. Pretty rough. See what they have for Niv. Nothing. So they're just straight up Reanimator. Okay. This and Realm Breaker, not so good. This is pretty good. So let's go green, green, blue, blue. Wait. Didn't I go green, green? Green, green, blue, blue. Okay. Exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll play Chalice Kicked once, I guess. So they can trade Niv Mizzet with Uro, I guess. Which is honestly fine for a 5 mana play. This attack scares me a little bit more, but I guess I'm at 6 life here. Upkeep, we have Duretti, so Duretti can kill that. So let's 3/3 elemental creature with Vigilance, Hexproof, and Haste. So let's start with Nissan Realmbreaker, I guess. This has red, so I can also play Duretti. Okay. Do that. Let's untap this. Oh, it doesn't untap? What? Why does it not untap it? Okay, well that's not what I expected. Playing around Cryptic Command, I guess, here by attacking first. Put the land into play. Play Duretti. I could have sworn that it untapped it. Okay, let's kill this. They're at 24, but I have like a lot of stuff going on. And I can get back Niv Mizzet with Rend and Realmbreaker. Okay, I may have beaten Shallow Grave, Cruel Ultimatum, whatever. Nahiri's pretty good. I guess I'll start with Uro attack. Say no. I'm gonna downtick here. Oh, it's only from among the milled cards? I do not know how any of these cards work, apparently. Grist or Garrick. Garrick Ultimate does threaten lethal very soon, but green. Sure, I'll take Garrick. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Garrick. Garrick will untap my Nahiri mana. 3, 4. Play Nahiri. Uptick. Don't want to discard a card. No. Tick to ready. Pass turn. Next turn, I can play a giant Hangerback Walker and sack it to Duretti if I need to. They're shocking in Watery Grave. What is this? Agent of Treachery. Okay. They could take Uro, they could take Nahiri. There's a lot of stuff. None of it's that scary. Oh, they could take Nahiri and exile Uro. That's pretty scary. That's annoying. Guy Triumph. So, cast you. 1, 2, 3. And I think I kind of do just want to sacrifice Hangerback Walker here to kill Agent of Treachery. Then I can uptick Rend and Realmbreaker to make this bigger. Attack Nahiri. And next turn I'm going to hit for +3/+3. So that's going to be, there'll be 4/4, so it'll be 12. So they'll be dead. So I think I just uptick Garrick here. And cycle my Triumph. No, I'll just hold up the mana. Yeah, if I hadn't missed the damage on Rend and Realmbreaker the first time, then these in the just in the air would be lethal, which would be a lot better. But if they just reanimate Ulamog, it's not that big of a deal. If they attack with it, though, I do just instantly lose, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, alright, I just die. So it is. Reanimator, Lion Sash in. And what did I cut last time? Probably Rend and Realmbreaker. She's kind of bad. Alright. Let's see what we can do against nonsense. Well, Lion Sash is pretty good. When it keeps 7. Let's not pay. Ah, that's frustrating. I mean, I don't know what else I could have really done in that matchup. I should probably just be main decking Lion Sash though if everything is graveyard based. Okay. I'm gonna go for it here. If they have literally Entomb into Shallow Grave, so be it. But getting Lion Sash into play this turn allows me to hold up Miscalculation for the following turns. Because it's pretty hard to beat Entomb Shallow Grave. Like, if I just sit and hold up Miscalc, sure, maybe they get to Entomb, but they could also just be smart if I'm holding a mana and like play around it. And I'm not doing anything. Like we saw last game, right? My opponent did nothing for like 7 turns, but eventually they were able to build up enough stuff to kill me. So, you know, you can't always play around your opponent having the nuts. Because Vampiric Tutor into an answer is also fine, I guess. Because I'm not gonna miscalc Vampiric Tutor. Okay, they just have Literal Core. That's fine. We now have Lion Sash in play. They're playing the long game. They can't block. They could kill it, then reanimate. I'm gonna play Hangerback Walker. Same reason. Attack for 1, because this has Shadow. Because now basically they have Literal Core, and I have Lion Sash. So if I do nothing, right, I hold up Miscalc. How long am I gonna hold up Miscalc for? My opponent's attacking me, filtering through their deck perfectly. They have a discard outlet online. And I'm doing literally nothing. I'm gonna lose that game. So I need to keep committing to the board until I'm presenting enough pressure where taking a turn off to miscalculation makes sense. Which is probably this following turn. I'm going to put a stop in their main phase because they could have like Goryo's Vengeance. And I would like to activate Lion Sash. Okay, it's just Chart a Course, so I don't need to stop in the main phase anymore. Discarding Chart a Course is interesting. Their hand must be really good. Jace Vryn's Prodigy. You got it. I'm gonna exile Vampiric Tutor. Sacred Foundry. I can play Nahiri. Play this untapped. I think I need to wait a turn here. I'll attack with Lion Sash. They probably don't block with Jace here. And then I have Hangerback Walker, Lion Sash activation plus Miscalc. And they have Mystical Tutor for like Entomb. Alright, I'll let Mystical Tutor go through. Because I want to miscalc the target. It gets Shallow Grave, okay? So they're going to try and kill Lion Sash, then discard a thing, then Shallow Grave. And I think my best bet's probably just keeping Lion Sash alive. Yeah, miscalc you. And now I know Shallow Grave is there, but I have the Lion to do it. So as long as I draw an untapped land next turn, I'll be really happy. The thing about Shallow Grave, though, is that it doesn't target. So if they play Shallow Grave with a creature in their discard, and then I eat it, and then they loot another one into play with Jace, I think that's kind of an issue. If I let this go through, then Jace flips. I don't really want Jace to flip. So let's eat the Chupacabra now. Because now Jace doesn't flip, because it's 5. Yeah. Okay, they discard the Shallow Grave. That's good. I mean, they spent their whole turn Vampiric Tutoring for it, so pretty happy about that. They loot with Jace. Main phase. Zaggoth Triumph. Okay, put a counter here. Chandra doesn't do a whole lot. So Nahiri can exile Jace or their Literal Core. They have 2 cards in hand. Just drawing a land here would be so good. Because they're at 16, they have 2 cards in hand. They can reanimate some stuff. They discard Shallow Grave. It's hard. Nahiri is tempting. Because eventually they're going to deal with Lions. If they just have a kill spell, I lose. Yeah, this is so hard. I can attack them for 5 down to 11, but then I'm not upping Hangerback Walker. If I just get 1 extra land here, regardless of what it is, I can play Karn. Alright, let's go for it. Attack them for 4. They can attack Nahiri, but then it doesn't loot, and then Nahiri being in play. I don't know, maybe this was terrible, but they can't Shallow Grave me, which means they put something into play. We'll see. This could have just been the worst decision ever. Okay. It was not the worst decision ever. They just concede right there. Is this like a Vendilion Click situation? This could be a good Vendilion Click situation. Cards that are bad in this matchup include... Garrick is pretty hard to cast. He kind of won me that one game. Or he would have. Yeah, Garrick's pretty hard to cast. So let's put this in, and then I can cut a forest. In fact, how much green do I have? 1, 2, 3. Is this 3? No. 3, 4, 5. I'll just add an island here. Yeah, Click is probably should have been in the deck to begin with. But the Planeswalker stipulation, you know? This hand is very slow. against reanimation stuff. But I do have Mox Diamond Uro, so I can like really ramp out stuff. And I have all my colors. I don't think I can mulligan a hand that has all my colors, lands, and spells in this deck. So we keep this. Rogren Triumph. Okay, so I'm going to discard the Triumph to Mox Diamond, and I'm just going to go Misty Rainforest, Mox Diamond, Bluff Mana Leak. Because they know that I could potentially have that. They've had Vampiric Tutor every single game, I think. As long as it's not Entomb. Vampiric Tutor is fine, Entomb is disgustingly strong. Okay, that's fine. Dark Ritual. Wow, they are going for it here. And Entomb. I mean, if I had... Oh, they're playing around Miscalc with this play. That's clever. Well, not really. They're just going for Shalgrave, I guess. Agent of Treachery. So they can take my Mox Diamond? That's not that bad. So, unfortunately, I do not have the Miscalc that I was representing. That's not that bad. I mean, they stole my land or whatever, but... Let's fetch up a Triome. Blue-black is what I want. Hangerback Walker's pretty good. Let's go Sacred Foundry. Play the Walker. This kind of plays into them having another reanimation thing, but if they're going to use... I don't even know how many cards that was. To just reanimate a thing that steals a Mox Diamond, that's fine. Now, if their hand has, like, Discard Outlet, Animate Archon of Cruelty, then we're in trouble. But that's like an insane hand. And it might have that. Do I just Mizzium Mortars the Putrid Imp right now? I think I do. There's not many other targets in their deck for this, and if they don't have the discard cards right now, then it's useless. Inferno Titan. Okay. That one is bad, but beatable at least. Maybe I'm supposed to put a counter on this. They Mystical Tutor, so they're gonna Shallowgrave and Inferno Titan. I guess I could see what they get. Exhume. Really regret not playing Uro. Okay, so they're just gonna play Exhume, put Inferno Titan into play. I'm just gonna... I have a lot of outs to this. Okay. I have nothing. This is quite the start they have. 2 and 1 makes sense. Put a counter here. I'm just going to lose them both when Inferno Titans attacks anyway, but so be it. They're ready. That's incredible. So let's attack first. Sometimes you get lucky. This is not a reach. Okay, I had to check like a lot of times. Don't even have to play on days. Okay, now we're in business. I can kill their Mox Diamond next turn if I really want to, because they don't have that much mana now. Although, I'm probably better served keeping Duretti around for in case they reanimate anything else, especially now that they played a land. Let's make this bigger, play Karn, uptick Karn, Deathrite Shaman Island, get to play the island and attack for 1. Deathrite Shaman will be so good next turn. Ooh, Bazaar of Baghdad's definitely scary. But they're gonna have to wait 2 turns before that goes online, so I think I'm gonna start just, Oh, I want Deathrite Shaman too. Okay, Miscalculation's good. Given that, I think I'm gonna kill the Mox Diamond. This just makes Miscalc a lot more likely to hit. Plus I have Dreadbore to kill stuff. So let's do that. Let's play Uro. Put that into play. Put a Deathrite Shaman into play. And then hold up Miscalc. Seems pretty good to me. So I can't escape Uro currently. Because I need to hold up Miscalc, I think. I could just start down-ticking Karn and making Karn structs. They concede! Take that, Reanimator! We beat everything we dislike about Vintage Cube. See you in the finals. Oh, right, we're here in the finals against Enigma 8. Teleport, good luck, have fun. And I'm going to keep this hand. Turn 1 Deathrite, followed by either turn 2 Hangerback Walker, or I can wait and go for Grist. Seems pretty good. They said you too. Thank you, thank you. They're playing that. I think I'm really done Swamp Death, right? Pass turn. I don't have any 1-mana blue plays. And I'm probably just gonna wanna Grist on turn 3. Is this another Reanimator matchup? Come on, man. It's boring. I don't know what else to say. I dislike the archetype fundamentally. In Cube, it's more interesting, I guess, in Constructed. Let's play this Triumph. This is interesting. I guess we'll play this Triumph because I want to Grist. They know about Grist, so they can name black. So there's possible I want to play Rogren Triumph. Just Necromancy, yep. Look at this really fun gameplay loop. They named black. I have a couple things that do answer this. Maybe it's only Swords to Plowshares, I don't know. Ugh. Already let me down, man. You're letting me down. It would have been so cool. I could like sacrifice Hangerback Walker to kill Iona and then have like constructs in play. They Knight's Whisper. I mean, they're taking some damage here. Duress, yeah, you got it. So now Swords is my only out. I have a couple turns. Also, a way to kill Hangerback Walker buys me a lot of time. Or I would have been able to cast it. That's upsetting. Play this tapped. Activate this now because I can't play anything in my hand. I should have main decked Lion Sash. I regret everything. It wouldn't have changed this game because they're killing me too fast. Discarding Ulamog. And Sundering Titan? Oh god, I'm so dead. Exhume, Sundering Titan. Yeah, let's just move on. Lion Sash. In. Vendilion Click in. Cut the green cards. Cut the forest for an island. Hope for the best. Let's go first. Okay. This is a hand. Very, very weak to... what's it called? So we play this first. Then Zagos Charm. We're very weak to Sundering Titan, but I feel like every time I play a 5-color deck, I end up facing Sundering Titan. It's just par for the course now. I need to play this land so then I can put Grist into play next turn. My opponent's probably just like foaming at the mouth, expecting to Sundering Titan me. Okay, they didn't discard Sundering Titan to hand size. That's good. I'm going to get Grist into play now while I can. It fuels Uro, and it no, I didn't want to discard Deathrite. It fuels Uro, and it makes me less vulnerable to Iona. Obviously, if they just Shallow Grave, Ulamog, or whatever, then, you know, they got me. Rotting Regisaur. Sure. Nahiri the Harbinger. Nahiri is good too. Am I scared of Reggie? They do get to discard more stuff, but they already cast Frantic Search, so I don't know how much more they want to discard. Each opponent loses life equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Doesn't help me that much. Let's... Because they're going to reanimate Iona and probably name black again. And if Grist is unable to activate, that's pretty bad. Let's uptake. That happens. This adds white, so I can get Nahiri into play. I can also just Swords the Regisaur, and this helps me play around some other stuff. Maybe I'll do that. Or I can Nahiri the Regisaur. That might be the best of all worlds. So let's go Mountain, Uro. Put this into play. Pay 2 life. No. Sacrifice you. I can take a hit off the insect, because then I can Nahiri the Regisaur. And they already, if they were trying to use this as a discard outlet, they could have just discarded the cards to Frantic Search. So I'm not that scared of that. Attack Grist, we block here. They don't do anything, I like that. Maybe I don't even want to kill Reggie. They click through their turn. Okay, I'll take it. Them clicking through turn gives me the win. I'll take it. Now I have to win on the draw against Reanimator, though, which is definitely something. I didn't show them swords, though. I like that. So now they're going to name black, and if I happen to have swords, then I can do something. This hand is terrible. This hand's good. I mean, it's about as good as I can ask for. It has Lion Sash. Bloodchief's Thirst needs double black to kill something, so I think I bottomed that. Duretti is way too good to pass up. And I'm going to play a tapped Triumph into Hangerback Walk, or into Lion Sash, into Miscalc probably. Oh, Mox Diamond. Okay, this is way better actually. Again, for the same reasoning as the previous game, I'm gonna let them untap with mana. Because I have Lion Sash pressure now, things get more awkward for them. Rona. You got it. Can I draw an untapped land? Okay, let's play Duretti. This is their one turn to do something. And then I just get the hard lock. So if you got it, you got it. And it's specifically Ulamog? Oh my god. I have regrets. I mean, again, I can't just sit there, right? They're not doing anything. If they didn't do that this one turn, I'm in much better shape. I mean, I do have Swords to Plowshares in my deck somewhere, so I do have some out to this. That's really annoying, though. I could have just won with Lion Sash. But again, like, if I just pass with Lion Sash there and do nothing, I'm just holding a miscount for turn after turn after turn. They don't loot with Rona. Eventually, they kill my Lion Sash and then reanimate Ulamog. I think this is the higher chance of winning play, even though it happened to lose me the game this time. What am I doing here? I mean, I need a chump block. I'm going to kill Rona, probably by playing Chalice. What am I doing here? I mean, it's Swords or Bust. Let's just cast this multi-kicker to 0. Actually, let's just cast this with multi-kicker 1. Play the Hangerback Walker. Sacrifice the Defender to kill Rona. I'm not going to hold up Miscalc, and then I just need to draw Swords. Because you need to play to win, right? They exile 20 cards. If I hold up Miscalc and then that was their hand, I just lose. I also have Nahiri, I suppose. Swords is still in there. Nahiri's still in there? No, Swords is gone. Nahiri's still in there. They're attacking Duretti here, so suppose I block like this. The problem is I need like 2 mana for Nahiri. That's not it. Cycle you. Live Mizzet. Yeah, I'm just dead. GG's. Very fun, interactive games. Alright, well, this deck was very fun. The matchups were not my favorite, to say the least, but I like the deck. The deck was very fun. A lot of cool lines. I just like the Planeswalker deck. Never really got to Niv Mizzet or Omnath, but what did we do a lot of? Tezzeret was cool. I think the green Planeswalkers were a mistake. And I definitely, I mean, given the matchups, main decking Lion Sash could have maybe won me this, but yeah, overall, sweet. Thanks for watching. See you next time.